Most men miss it. They sit there overanalyzing, waiting for the perfect time, while the perfect time is literally brushing her hair and looking right at them. Here's the truth. A woman might never say, "Kiss me," but her body, her tone, and her little habits will scream it. Today, we're breaking down 7 real attraction signals women give when they want you to make a move, and how to catch them before the moment slips away. Signal number 1. She breaks the space between. You attraction has its own kind of gravity. Silent, invisible, but undeniable. When a woman feels drawn to you, that pull shows up in the smallest, almost unconscious ways. She won't keep her distance. She'll start to drift closer. Not suddenly, not obviously, but gradually, as if something magnetic is pulling her in. Maybe you're standing in a group and she finds her way to your side. Maybe she leans in when you speak, even when she could have easily stayed where she was. Or maybe her hand just happens to brush your arm when she laughs. Once, twice, then again. Those aren't random gestures. They're instincts. It's her body language saying, "I trust you. I feel safe near you." And for women, that sense of safety is what unlocks attraction on a deeper level. It's not about physical distance. It's about emotional comfort. If she's moving closer, it means she wants to feel your presence, to be inside your energy field, to test how it feels to be there. Now, here's where most guys ruin it. They notice her moving closer and instantly get nervous. They freeze up, lean away, or try to play it cool by acting like they didn't notice. Big mistake. When you pull back in that moment, what she feels isn't mystery, it's rejection. That warm current she was following suddenly turns cold. So don't retreat, just hold your ground. Stay relaxed. Maybe even lower your voice slightly. That naturally draws her in even more. Smile, but don't rush to fill the silence. Let that little space between you stay alive. That's where the tension builds. That half step of closeness, that charged air between you, that's chemistry being born. It's silent, it's slow, and it's powerful. You don't need to force it. You just need to feel it and let it happen. Signal number 2. She mirrors. You pay attention because this one slips right past most men. When a woman starts mirroring your movements, your tone, or your energy, that's not coincidence. That's chemistry in motion. If you lean forward and a few seconds later, she leans too. If you take a sip of your drink and she does the same. Or if she suddenly starts using your favorite phrases or joking in your style, that's her subconscious syncing with yours. Mirroring is one of the oldest and most reliable signs of attraction. It's her brain quietly saying, "I'm in tune with you." It happens without effort, without logic. It's pure instinct. When two people connect, their nervous systems start to reflect each other. Breathing, body posture, even micro-expressions begin to align. It's what psychologists call nonverbal rapport, and it's powerful. Now, don't make it weird by testing it too hard. You don't need to raise your eyebrow or scratch your ear just to see if she copies. That turns the moment into a science experiment, not chemistry. Instead, just notice. When you feel that rhythm, when your gestures, speech, or laughter seem to naturally flow together, that's a sign she's comfortable, engaged, and yes, attracted. Think about it. People only mirror those they like or respect. No one copies the body language of someone they're bored by. So if she's echoing your vibe, you've already made an impression. Here's the secret move. Once you sense that mirroring, slow your pace just a little. Lower your tone. Speak calmly, confidently. She'll follow. And the more she follows your rhythm, the deeper that connection builds. It's almost like dancing, but without music. Two people moving in sync, energy bouncing back and forth, tension growing naturally. That's what mirroring does. It transforms small talk into chemistry. Just maybe don't test it by flapping your arms like a bird. That's not attraction. That's confusion. Signal number 3. She adjusts herself around you when you walk into the room and she suddenly fixes her hair, smooths her dress, or checks her reflection. That's not vanity. That's instinct. That's her subconscious going, "He's here. I want to look my best." Women don't do this for just anyone. They do it when they feel something. Maybe it's excitement, maybe nerves. But either way, her body reacts before her brain even catches up. That little adjustment is her way of saying, "Notice me." It might be as subtle as tucking a loose strand of hair behind her ear or straightening her necklace or touching her lips for no reason. She's not doing it because she suddenly remembered her outfit. She's doing it because you just walked in and disrupted her calm. Think about it. If she truly didn't care, she'd stay exactly as she was, relaxed, natural, indifferent. But when she shifts, fidgets, or glances in a mirror, that's energy moving. That's attraction showing up physically. It's her body language whispering, I'm aware of you. Now here's where most men mess it up. They react too fast. They throw out a compliment like, you look beautiful, or did you change something? And sure, compliments are nice, but timing matters. The moment she adjusts herself is not the time to speak, it's the time to see. Hold her gaze, let your eyes linger just long enough to say, yeah, I caught that. Then let that small half smile appear and the one that's confident, calm, and says everything without a word. That's what creates silent tension, the kind that makes her heart skip a beat because she knows you noticed, and you didn't rush to ruin it with words. You let it breathe. You made her feel seen, not judged, not analyzed, just seen. And that's powerful. Because in that short, unspoken moment, you become different from every other guy. You're not trying to impress her, you're letting her be the one who's trying to impress you. That flips the dynamic completely. Now she's wondering what you think, how you feel, and whether you'll take the next step. And that, right there, is how real chemistry begins. Signal number 4, her eyes do the talking. They say eyes are the window to the soul. And when a woman's interested, that window opens wide. Forget words for a moment. Eyes reveal what lips won't dare say. If she glances at you, looks away, and then looks back again, that's not random. That's her testing the waters. The first look says, did I just notice you? The second one says, yes, and I hope you noticed me too. That tiny back and forth eye contact is one of the oldest dances in human history. It's curiosity mixed with caution. Her way of saying she's intrigued, but she's waiting to see if you can read the signal. Now, if her gaze lingers a second longer than normal, that's not just politeness, that's emotional electricity. Her pupils may dilate slightly, her expression softens, and her face seems to light up for a moment. It's subtle, but unmistakable once you've seen it. Sometimes it's not even about direct staring. Maybe you catch her watching you when you're not looking. You turn your head, and she quickly looks away, pretending to check her phone or talk to a friend. That quick shift, that caught in the act moment, is pure gold. It means she's paying attention, even when she thinks you're not. And here's where most men mess up. They look away too soon. Don't. Hold the eye contact for an extra heartbeat. Not in a creepy, staring contest way, but with calm, confident energy. Let your gaze say, I see you, and I like what I see. That tiny pause creates a spark that words could never match. And if you find her eyes meeting yours again and again from across the room, you're not imagining it. Women don't do that by accident. If it happens 3 or 4 times, it's not coincidence, it's invitation. She's not just looking, she's choosing. And the next move, that's on you. Signal number 5. She finds reasons to touch you. Touch is the oldest and most powerful language of attraction. Older than words, older than logic. When a woman is drawn to you, she'll often communicate it not with sentences, but with contact. A light tap on your arm when she laughs. A gentle nudge as she teases you. Her hand brushing yours as you walk side by side, and staying there just half a second longer than necessary. Those moments are never random. They're small tests, what psychologists call compliance checks. She's not just touching you for fun, she's seeing how you react. Do you freeze up? Do you lean away? Or do you hold your frame, calm, relaxed, and subtly confident? Because here's the secret. When she touches you, she's bridging the invisible gap between stranger and connection. She's giving you permission to exist closer in her space, physically, emotionally, and energetically. And the way you handle it tells her everything she needs to know about your confidence. If you flinch or laugh nervously, it signals uncertainty. The magic fizzles, the energy drops. But if you stay grounded, maybe even mirror her gesture back naturally later, she feels it, not in her head, but in her body. It tells her, this man is comfortable in his own skin. I can relax around him. Touch, when done right, is silent electricity. It's the difference between just friends and something more. That moment when your arm grazes hers and neither of you move away, that's not coincidence. That's tension being born. And if you notice her doing it more often, resting her hand on your shoulder to make a point, fixing a piece of lint that doesn't even exist, brushing past you even when there's plenty of space, she's not clumsy, she's curious. She's drawn in, testing the waters, wondering if you'll understand the message. Don't rush it. Don't jump straight to bold moves. Just stay present. Smile slightly. Maybe let your hand stay where it landed a moment longer. Because that quiet, unspoken exchange, that spark between two people who both feel something but don't say it, that's where real attraction lives. It's not loud, it's not forced. It's subtle, deliberate, and impossible to fake. Signal number 6. she gives you full attention. Look, in today's world, attention is the rarest currency. Everyone's glued to their screens, scrolling, liking, replying, zoning out. So when a woman actually puts her phone down when she's with you, that's not a small thing. That's a signal. She's saying, right now, you're more interesting than everything else happening online. That's huge, because real attention means real attraction. You'll notice it in the little things. She doesn't just hear you, she listens. When you talk, her eyes stay on you. Her body faces you. She's nodding, smiling, asking follow-up questions that show she's truly engaged. She remembers details, your favorite band, how you take your coffee, that random story you told about your dog. That's not friendliness, that's investment. It means she's emotionally tuned into you, not just being polite. And here's the real giveaway. When a woman likes you, her reactions change. Your ordinary story suddenly becomes hilarious. Your casual observation sounds so interesting. She laughs not just because it's funny, but because you said it. Your presence becomes her entertainment. And pay attention to the rhythm of conversation. When she's into you, there are no awkward silences, only comfortable pauses. The kind where both of you just exist in the same moment, quietly, without needing to fill the space. That's intimacy forming right there, unspoken, effortless, real. Even time behaves differently. You sit down for coffee, talk for what feels like 20 minutes, then realize 2 hours passed. That's not magic, that's chemistry. Her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, making her feel calm, present, and connected to you. So don't rush to impress her or fill every second with words. Sometimes just being present, leaning in, holding eye contact, truly listening, says more than any line ever could. When a woman gives you her undivided attention, she's already letting you in. That's your cue. Don't waste it trying to think of the next thing to say. Just enjoy the moment, let it breathe, and let her feel that she's chosen the right person to give her focus to. Because in a world full of distractions, the one who captures her attention, even for an hour, is already halfway to her heart. Signal number 7. She drops hints about the future. Have you been to that new cafe? We should watch that movie sometime. Maybe you can show me that place you mentioned. These might sound like casual comments, small talk, nothing serious, but trust me, they're not. That's her way of inviting you in without making the first move. See, most women don't like being too direct. They want the connection to feel natural, not forced. So instead of saying, I want to see you again, she plants little seeds, moments that give you a chance to take the lead. It's subtle, but it's one of the clearest green lights you'll ever get. Now here's where most guys fail. They hear her say, we should check that place out, and they respond with, yeah, maybe. Game over. That's like she opened the door halfway, and you quietly closed it back. Don't let that happen. When she drops a hint like that, she's testing your initiative. She wants to see if you're confident enough to make things happen. Not because she's playing games, but because confidence is the language of attraction. So what should you do? Simple. Take that opening and turn it into something real. If she says, we should watch that movie sometime, don't just smile. Say, yeah, how about this weekend? I'll grab the tickets. If she says, you'd love that cafe, reply, sounds like a plan. Let's go Saturday morning. I'll bring the caffeine, you bring the charm. It's playful, it's confident, and it shows you're not afraid to lead. And that's exactly what she's looking for. A man who acts, not one who hesitates. Because here's the truth. Attraction isn't static. It's alive. It grows or fades depending on how you respond. When she drops a hint about the future, she's saying, I can picture you in it. And if you pick up that energy and move forward, you instantly separate yourself from every other guy who wasn't sure. Confidence doesn't mean being pushy. It means recognizing when she's inviting you closer and having the courage to meet her halfway. Because in the end, attraction fades fast when hesitation takes over. But when you act with calm certainty, that's when connection turns into chemistry, and chemistry turns into something real. Attraction isn't a guessing game. It's an awareness game. It's about tuning into the subtle signals that most people walk right past. The look that lingers half a second longer, the touch that lasts just a heartbeat too long, the tone in her voice when she says your name. When you learn to read those cues, everything changes. You stop overthinking. You stop doubting yourself. And instead of trying to get women to like you, you start connecting effortlessly, naturally, without forcing anything. Because real attraction doesn't need chasing. It flows when you're calm, grounded, and aware enough to see what's right in front of you. So the next time she leans in closer, laughs a little too easily, or touches your arm just to make a point, don't brush it off. Don't freeze. Understand something. She's already made her move. That small signal was the invitation. And in that moment, it's not about being perfect, it's about being present. Hold her gaze, feel the energy, and trust that quiet confidence that says, yeah, I see you too. Because attraction isn't built on pickup lines or tricks. It's built on timing, awareness, and the courage to act when the moment's right. If this opened your eyes, if it made something click, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because the world doesn't need more nice guys waiting for a sign. It needs more men who know how to recognize one. And if you want to keep learning how to read those signals, how to understand women on a deeper level and build real connection, hit that subscribe button. Join the community. Because this is just the beginning. There's a whole world of attraction, body language, and emotional intelligence waiting to be unlocked. And it starts the moment you stop guessing and start seeing.